Hello and welcome back to Premier League Predictions, the show which does what it says on the tin. It's game week 31 of the 2022-23 Premier League season, and we're here to give you our predictions. Only 8 games to go now. Some very big matches in this game week. Without further ado, should we get into it?
Yeah.
Sound really excited for this one. First up, Aston Villa versus Newcastle. We're not going to be giving a prediction. We will be live for it on Saturday morning. Make sure to join us there. Aston Villa hosting Newcastle, currently in the UCL spot. Aston Villa chasing Europe as well. Going to be very interesting. Harry's going to be there singing Villa songs, unfortunately. So, yeah, maybe don't turn up for that one. But if you want to see us streaming that, make sure to join us on Saturday morning. Game. Hopefully it is. Up next, and the first game we are going to predict, it's Chelsea versus Brighton, the first of the 3 o'clock kickoffs. Oh, I'm not excited for this one. As a Chelsea fan, this just worries me. Chelsea in 11th, Brighton hunting Europe right now. Things aren't rosy. But this is before the Real game. If we've beaten Real in the week, it's going to be 6-0. Lampard's at the wheel.
If we... let's be honest. Let's anticipate that we will lose to Real.
I'm not.
Because we are. We definitely are.
We're going to be fine, mate.
And we're going into Brighton at home. A very good Brighton side. Do you know what? Lampard's army, we can steal a point. I'll go 1-1. Brighton goal from Matoma. And then a Chelsea equaliser from Mason Mount.
I've got zero basis for this prediction, but I think it's all going to click. I'm going to go Chelsea 3, Brighton 1. Big win.
It's just not going to happen.
Don't knock my confidence, happiness here. It's going to happen. Chelsea going to win.
Right.
Goals from... This is the hard part, because I don't back any of our forwards.
We're not scored 3 goals.
Sterling, Felix, Havertz, Brighton from Mitoma. 3-1 win.
Alright.
Lovely jubbly.
I'd be surprised.
I would also be surprised. Up next, Everton versus Fulham. Everton very much towards the bottom of the table. Fulham flying up in the top half as it stands. This should be a fairly interesting game. Everton obviously need points desperately. Fulham currently don't have their striker or their goalkeeper. Not their goalkeeper. They've got their goalkeeper. He's there. They have their striker. They have a winger. They're both suspended.
Both and manager.
And obviously Marco Silva.
Yeah.
Does that hand Everton a big chance to take home 3 points?
I look back to Fulham last week against, was it Bournemouth? No, they didn't play Bournemouth.
Hey, Fulham?
Was it Brentford?
I can't remember.
Fulham played someone at home last week, and I think they lost or drew, and they played poorly. They really
It was
struggled.
Bournemouth, wasn't it?
No, they played
West Ham.
West Ham.
1-0 win for West Ham.
They lost to West Ham. They lost to West Ham. And Everton, going away to Everton, missing your key players, and in a bad run of form, 1-0 to the Toffees.
An Everton side that are desperate for points. I think your prediction
it's going to be
sound.
Dwight McNeil curler.
I no longer think a prediction's sound. I'm going to go 1-0. Everton through Seamus Coleman. It's going to come off his arse at a corner. And then Fulham, it's going to come off Seamus Cole's arse again at a corner. It's going to be 1-1.
Right.
Yeah, there we go.
Seamus Coleman at the double.
Yeah. Just keeps rear-ending them in. Everton 1, Fulham 1, the points shared. Up next then, a big relegation 6-pointer here. Southampton, desperate for points, as we said, against the absolutely high-flying Roy Hodgson Eagles. Yeah, Crystal Palace.
2 wins from 2. The 75-year-old man is back with a bang.
Yeah, he's risen from the dead.
Nearly.
Don't know where he's come from.
I'm not backing Southampton at all. They got pulled apart by Manchester City.
Home. At St Mary's.
No.
Okay.
I will go 3-1 Palace. Southampton goal from Sekou because he's in a decent run of form. And then Crystal Palace goals from Eze, Elise and Schlapp.
Yeah, I think when a team called the Saints lose on Easter weekend, there's not a lot of luck there.
Yeah, no.
They're playing a Crystal Palace side that literally won 5-1 on Sunday. It's going to be another big victory. Crystal Palace 3, Southampton 0. Goals from Eberiki Eze, Joel Ward and Jordan Ayew, who's flying under Hodgson.
And I mean, when a Roy Hodgson side wins 5-1 away, you know that you're just living in a different universe.
Michael Elise, by the way, cooked in that game. I'm predicting another couple of assists for him.
We'll get on to Leeds later.
I'm sure we will. Monday Night Football. Fun opposition for them this week. But yeah, up next then, the next 3 o'clock kickoff, and a nice amount of 3 o'clocks. I think like last weekend we had too many. Could have done with a Friday night or a Monday morning, but not Monday morning, Monday evening.
Monday morning, 10 o'clock on a Monday morning.
Little 8 a.m. kickoff before we go to work. That's bank holiday, could have. But anyway, next up, Tottenham versus Bournemouth. Tottenham have struggled recently. Christian Stenny's come in. He's not been bad. They won at the weekend against Brighton.
Stenny won't be there. He got sent off, didn't he?
No, he won't be there.
So
after
Ryan
he
Mason's at the wheel again. Yeah!
Yeah, against a Bournemouth side who took a big win at the weekend over Leicester. I feel this could be a similarly good result here.
I wish I say Tottenham robbed Brighton.
Oh, 100%. Should have been a pen. Mittimer's goal wasn't offside. They robbed my FPL team. That was it. Robbed my FPL team.
Yeah.
Robbed Brighton. Things we hate to say. But yeah, Tottenham them.
2-0 Bournemouth.
Yes. Gary O'Neill's at the wheel. I want to back it, but it just...
Bournemouth are flying.
I don't know.
Tottenham. I'll go 2-1. Harry Kane to score for Tottenham. But
He's remembered his FPL team?
No, I haven't got. I might bring him in. I haven't done my FPL team yet. And then I'll go for goals from Dom Solanke.
Good, he's in mine.
And who else? Lloyd Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lloyd Kelly from a corner.
Fair enough. I think there's more chance Lloyd Griffith scores in the Premier League. But, you know, fair enough. I'm going to go Tottenham 1, Bournemouth 1.
That's something I need to see.
A draw, yeah. A draw. Heung-min Son scored last weekend. I think he'll continue in that rich vein of form. 1 goal in 1 game. And then for Bournemouth, I will go Dom Solanke for FPL reasons. Need the points.
Fair enough.
Big goal from everyone's favourite Bournemouth player. Up next in the last of the 3 o'clock kickoffs, Wolves versus Brentford. 2 relatively recent additions to the Premier League. 2 sides that have, both had good starts to life in their first Premier League season. Of course, Brentford, this is their second, right?
Yeah.
Second Premier League season. They're flying even more. Wolves in their third now, and they're not doing as well.
Yeah, but I look at last week, Wolves, big win at home against a struggling Chelsea. Brentford, who led in the first half against Newcastle, end up losing 4-1.
Yeah. But
and Wolves at home again.
I still don't rate Wolves. I think they just got lucky that Lampard and Chelsea aren't really doing a lot.
I'm going to go 1-0. I think a Wolves goal from Diego Costa. I'm going to say it every single week until he scores. He doesn't even start, but he's going to score. But Brentford will be put into the lead by Janelt.
I'm so sure you're going to say Van Tony because there's literally no one else. No. I'm going Wolves 0, Brentford 1, Tony.
Penalty.
Yeah, so obvious. It'll be given away by Costa because he's going to shove over a ref in the box.
Probably.
He's going to go join Mitro in the in the ban. And yeah, I think Ivan Toney's inevitable at the moment. Wolves are really not all that great. I think they're very fortunate that Chelsea are in such a downward spiral that last weekend was quite an easy result. And yeah, Brentford in good form, playing well, and I think Newcastle was a blip. Newcastle are a very good side. Look at the way they tore apart. Was it West Ham they won 5-1?
Yeah.
The weekend before, so yeah, I don't think there's much to be worried about for Wolves. For Brentford, sorry, I think they're a really good side. Ivan Toney penalty here. All right. Pick up 3 points on the road at Wolves.
Yeah.
Up next then, the 5:30 kickoff, Manchester City versus Leicester City. 2 cities here, one much bigger than the other, and in terms of football, one much more successful than the other. The hosts, the Citizens, did beat Leicester like 6-0 earlier in the season. Leicester struggling a lot, but they do, as I think you're about to say.
The Birmingham band is back.
They've got
Dean Smitho, JT, and Shakespeare at the wheel. Shakespeare also knows the Leicester side very well. Yeah. Dean Smith and John Terry both were, led Villa to staying up in the Premier League 2 years ago.
Is there a potential new manager bounce pulled an over on City at the Etihad?
1-1.
You are waffling.
Dean Smith is...
If Thomas Tuchel's new manager bounce at Bayern can't get him a win, Leicester City and Dean Smith aren't picking up.
Dean Smith will keep Leicester City in the Premier League. He will. He will.
Okay.
John Terry will make them solid defensively. John Terry turned Tyrone Mings into a very good centre-half.
He was already a good player, but yeah. I'm going Manchester City 8, Leicester 0.
Dean Smith's sides don't get battered like that.
They are today. Manchester City goals, 3 from Haaland, 2 from Grealish, one from Foden, one from De Bruyne, one from Gundogan. 8-0 victory.
I mean, it might be biased because
Lovely,
Dean Smith's still
lovely.
got a little place in my heart. But I'm going 1-1.
I'm just hoping it is 1-1. If I predict 8-0
Yeah.
and City win
I'm
8-0,
going
then
1-1.
this goes
I think
viral.
Leicester take the lead through James Maddison, but then City will get a late equaliser through none other than Erling Haaland.
Yeah, that seems quite reasonable. Erling Haaland's going to score a goal.
Yeah.
On to the Sunday then. We've got some interesting fixtures here. There's no real highlights, are there? I mean, there's a reason we're streaming Aston Villa Newcastle this weekend.
That's a good game, though.
It is a good game,
It's
but
a
it's
game
not.
from two top
It's
six-
not a
top
Manchester
six sides.
derby, is it? It's not a North London derby. It's not all that stunning. But we have got a London game here, a London derby, so to speak.
Wow.
The first game on the Sunday, West Ham versus Arsenal, the 2 o'clock kickoff. There's no rivalry there, really, is there? But they are both from London.
Yeah.
Who do you think's coming out on top in the capital?
Arsenal want to prove a point after last week's drop of points, and especially if City go drop points to Leicester on the Saturday.
Yeah.
I think on the Sunday, Arsenal win 4-1 away at the Olympic Stadium.
Arsenal don't smash
It'll
teams
be
like
goals,
that.
It'll be goals from Odegaard, Saka 2, and Martinelli again, and it'll be consolation from West Ham from Danny Ings.
I think Arsenal will set their dominance, but they don't tend to score 4 goals in a match all that often. I will go 2-0 Arsenal, over 75% possession, and West Ham will register 2 shots, none on target. Arsenal 2-0, and goals both from Bukayo Saka, who's been in good form
So I'm just looking
recently.
at when Arsenal last scored 4 goals.
Alright, you're trying to prove me wrong
It
here.
was 2 games ago, 4-1
they
against
scored,
Leeds.
yeah, but Leeds
4-1 against Palace,
trash.
back-to-back 4-1 wins there.
Yeah.
They scored 4 at Everton, 3 at Fulham.
Maybe they got better at
4
scoring
at
goals.
Villa,
Yeah, Villa
4
crap.
at Brighton. Yeah, they've scored 4 goals.
Alright,
in a
well,
row.
I'm not doing it here again,
Alright.
away at West Ham. But
I think they will.
West Ham are better than that. I'm going to. I know, that's why you predicted it.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm going to go for Bukayo Saka double, Arsenal to win 2-0.
Alright.
Up next then, the 4:30, hardly a glamorous one. It's Nottingham Forest versus Man United. I swear these two have played like 9 times this season.
I mean, historic battle.
I know they met in the Carabao Cup and possibly the FA Cup as well. They've played so much football this year. But I swear we've predicted this game 100 times. What are you going for?
1-0 United. And I feel like Forest are going to... they need to start to realise soon that they're in trouble. I'll go...
Would you sack Steve Cooper?
No. No.
So how do they realise they're in trouble? What they do?
Because they signed him on a long year deal, and I think if they go down...
year?
A long... What did you say?
Just a long term.
Long-term deal.
It's a really long year. 14 months or so.
A long-term deal, I think. And I think if they go down, they'll come back up as champions. But I think they're going to lose here, and it'll be 1-0, and it'll be through... Who?
I think if Nottingham Forest go down, they're absolutely screwed.
I'm going to go Anthony.
Fair enough. I think if Forest go down, they're screwed because they've spent a ridiculous amount of money and they're not players they can shift
I don't
easily.
think they will go down.
They spent like 20 mil on Lingard, right? Or was it a free?
Free.
Well, even so, he's on a ridiculous amount of wage. You're not selling them.
They're at least the 4th worst in the league.
So
They'll stay up.
they could be lower than that. But yeah, I think Nottingham Forest will get points here. United have been shaky
Yeah.
recently.
Ooh.
Casemiro's still not in the side. I'm going to go for a Nottingham Forest draw. Nottingham Forest 1, Manchester United 1. Brennan Johnson will score for Forest because he's been mocking me ever since I didn't put him in my FPL team. Had him in there with the wild card, took him out
Mocking you,
after
just you.
Steve Cooper saw that. He said in the press conference, I don't know, mate, he's a bit injured. And I went, okay, he's not in my team. And they went, scored. Fuming. But then Manchester United will get one back through Marcus Rashford because everyone else needs FPL points. And if he's injured, then I will go for Scott McTominay because he is flying at the moment.
Yeah.
McTominay scored a double right for Scotland against Spain.
Yeah, and then
He scored for United. He's on fire at the moment. He's made Bruno Fernandes go and play defensive midfield. Great for my FPL team. Again, thanks Ten Hag. But yeah, Scott McTominay now, their striker really. Better than Weghorst. Yes, on to the Monday then. Well, to be fair, Scott McTominay was a striker, wasn't he, in the youth?
Yeah,
And then he was moved to DM. Maybe he should go back to playing up front. Clearly very good. On to Monday Night Football, we've got a very exciting clash at Elland Road. Leeds United play host to Liverpool, the 8 o'clock kickoff. What are you thinking ahead of this one?
This is going to be the most frustrating game for Leeds fans and for Liverpool fans. I think it will be
Nil.
I think Leeds will have a lot of chances but miss them, and Liverpool will just be frustratingly crap. But it will be a Mohamed Salah goal in the 76th minute that will win it for Liverpool, and it'll be like, how on earth have they done that?
Thing is, after watching them against Arsenal, I feel like they can get a good result here. So I'm going to go Leeds United 0, Liverpool 3.
Fair enough.
Maybe there's no basis that, this is the type of game this season that Liverpool throw away, slip up in, but I just have a feeling they'll get their season on track for the last 8 games. They've got nothing to play for but the league now. Champions League is in the crosshairs, and I think they'll be going straight towards it.
Javi Gracia and Leeds United look absolute crap.
Well, exactly. They've just lost 5-1 to a side match by Roy Hodgson. I'm sure
home.
Jurgen Klopp can put a few past them.
They lost 5-1 at Elland Road.
I'm going to go for Mohamed Salah hat-trick.
Fair enough.
Seems fairly obvious at Elland Road. I just feel Liverpool look really strong at the moment. So, yeah, no slight on Leeds. But, well, it is a slight on Leeds, but no slight on Leeds fans. Don't come for me, basically, Leeds. Your side's a bit crap at the moment. But, yeah. As for whether they get relegated, they're still not in the relegation zone at the moment.
They
so
stay
who
out.
knows?
It's a miracle.
It is, but equally, I think all 8, the bottom 8 in the Premier League, all should be relegated. Yeah,
and then send up the top 8 from the Championship.
Luton Town back in the Prem. Come on,
Millwall.
Mate. Millwall, West Ham, though would be vibes. West Ham would go the other way, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Wouldn't say. Yeah, West Ham have to stay up in case Millwall go up.
Millwall won't go up.
Why not?
Because then I'll refuse to watch Premier
Because Luton is massive, of course. But yeah, that is all for today. Make sure to leave your comments. Make sure to leave your predictions in the comment section below. We'd love to see all your predictions
down below.
Yeah. Don't do it that way around. But yeah, love to see them. We've been getting more and more people getting involved in the comments as the weeks go by. But still not all of you. So if you're watching this every week, which there seems to be a good 200 of you sometimes that are, make sure to get involved. Yeah. I want to see someone could just keep commenting loads, but yeah, make sure to put your predictions in the comments below. Anything else you want to talk about, get it in there. We'll always reply to any comments that are either predictions or a question or anything like that.
Nice.
Or nice. If you're just telling us how great we are at this, that's also appreciated. But yeah, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here, of course. On the road for 2.5k this year, very ambitious target. If we could hit it, would be sensational. But yeah, currently 1.3, almost 1.35k. So yeah, still a long way to go. But we are ambitious here this year. But that is all from us today. Thank you all very much for watching or listening, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.